This is the Be Helpful podcast, where conversations with budding entrepreneurs prepare you for the wild journey of building a business or side hustle.
This will be my last question before we get into some of the quick hitters. And it's a question I haven't asked. Maybe I've asked one guest before, but I think it might be a new standard question because I struggle with it. So I assume a lot of people struggle with this. Of your time, how much of it is thinking and strategizing versus doing stuff with your hands?
Yeah. Ooh, that's a really good question. And I would say we're going to do like 70-30. I think 70% of it is thinking. And 30% of it is doing. So all of that time management portion, and I'm just now realizing like this is just becoming apparent to me. The time management is really going to the 30% because I'm constantly thinking like, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? And, just thinking through whatever hurdle might have come up this week. But 70-30.
Yeah. Would you say that percentage distribution is the same across the team, or do you think each person has likely a different split?
I would be curious to know. I think so. Our CEO is full time, so she's definitely doing more doing. I would assume, but the rest of us work, full time as well. And so, yeah, I know with me, it's like, okay, thinking about the solution or thinking about, how I can come to the solution, thinking about getting the task done, thinking about how I can get it done efficiently. So I don't know. It's a lot of thinking on my end.
This has just been a blast and just kind of diving and picking your brain and sharing war stories. I want to kind of dive into two concluding questions. They're quick hitters, but feel free to elaborate as much as you want. My first question would be, what books would you recommend to other entrepreneurs?
The first one that came to mind for me is Start With Why. Mm-hmm. And I don't know who the author of that book is.
Simon Sinek.
Thank you. Simon Sinek. So one of my mentors is big on Simon Sinek, and he's been like, your team needs to read this together. I've started picking through it, and it's a really powerful read. I love it, and I do want us as a team to go through it soon. Let's see. Another book. I don't know. I may not. That may be my one book.
No, it's a good recommendation. I haven't read the whole thing. I read kind of excerpts from it. Ironically, I have it on the bookshelf. But it is, I think it is an important question to start. Just constantly asking why. And when you get to like the fifth why, you really get to the root cause of anything. So I think it's just a great principle to live by in business. Okay, my other question. What question should we ask the next guest?
My question for the next entrepreneur is, what has surprised you about yourself the most in this entrepreneurial journey?
Okay. All right. Now you got to answer it.
I think I've surprised myself in just like the amount of things I'm actually able to do in a week, in a week. And that seems really basic, but when I thought about starting a business, for me, my image of an entrepreneur is just like someone who's really heavily educated and driven, and they're on the board for someone else's company already, and they know this and they know that, and I don't know, they listen to like audiobooks while they're working. Just basically not me, right? basically not me. And every week I meet a new challenge, and it doesn't stop me, and it doesn't kill me. So, and you don't realize it until you look back and you're like, wow, okay, I'm still here. Yeah. But it's really good to know that. I'm shocked with myself at that.
No, that is an awesome question, and I'm going to steal it, and I'm going to use it in the future because I think it's a better version of my misconception question. I think it makes it very personal, and when I think about myself, yeah, I am amazed at how much I actually can do in a day or a week or a month, even and still feel like I didn't do enough.
Yeah.
Which is maybe my own internal feeling. But I look back to when I was working full time and running around and kind of doing all kinds of stuff. And then I'm like, okay, cool. Whew. I've got 8 hours back. Now I can just solve the world. Mm-hmm. And then you sit there and you realize, like, oh, crap, I've got to be really judicious with my time and what I'm getting done. And then you go laser focus and then you look up and you're just like, holy crap, I did all that in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's insane.
It is insane. It is insane, but it's incredibly rewarding too. It's like this very weird feeling, but it's time is an interesting beast. Okay, here's my official last question.
Okay.
How do people get in contact with you and learn more about Navigate?
The best way to learn more about Navigate Maternity is to follow us on Instagram. We're just at Navigate Maternity. I can spell it out. It's NAVIGAT Maternity, MATERNITY. And there you'll find a link to our website, navigatematernity.com. And now is actually a great time to start following us. We have a long form video that talks about the maternal mortality crisis in the U.S. and talks in detail about the solution that we are building. So we'd love to see you all there, engage with us there. All of our email addresses are also on our Instagram. So we would love to hear from you.
That is awesome. Jade, thank you so much. This has just been a filling conversation. I've learned a ton, and I just love the problem that you guys are solving. So keep it up. And however I can support, please let me know.
Thank you. And likewise, we'll have to tackle this entrepreneur thing together. I appreciate you.